Can you just expound a little bit on what the bonding is and what that means? And can you just go a little bit deeper into that for those who don't know?
Absolutely. So, with our large construction projects, the bond is basically the insurance, right? To make sure that, you complete the project. And if there's any deficiencies or issues on the project, the bond would take care of that. And so it's a risk management tool the private industry uses, and of course the public sector and construction, because these are large dollar contracts. And also we're talking about, infrastructure, right? We're talking about building bridges and roads and highways of that nature. So the bond is really an insurance tool to say, okay, if something happens, the work is insured, the work is covered, and we know that the bonding, the owner in this case, which would be the public agency, can go after that bond should they need to. And typically with these, large infrastructure projects, you need a significant amount of bonding in order to even bid and compete for these contracts. And so that's where the barrier comes in, right? So bonding is based a lot on your financials, your financial situation. And if you're a fairly new business, it's also going to be tied quite a bit to your personal financial portfolio, right? And what that looks like in addition to your business financials. And so a lot of small businesses, one, they don't know what's all required, right, to be in a good place in order to qualify or be eligible for bonding. And then two, there are, some businesses who are just, their financials are not there. They're not where they need to be. So the bonding education program really attacked both of those issues in terms of helping you understand what's needed to be eligible to secure a bond. If you're a business that's going after those large infrastructure projects, a bond is going to be necessary. Even when we're talking about private sector opportunities, a bond is going to be necessary. So it provided those resources to help you understand what you needed to be eligible, and also connected you with other resources in order to get yourself to that place, right? So we had some companies that really their financial statements weren't in order, right? Or they didn't have an audited financial statement. And so we had to direct them to an accountant or CPA who would be able to help them get to that place and get their audited financial statement and get their financials, or the back of the house as they call it, in order, so that they can start to take those steps to qualify for a bond. And then also we had our more seasoned businesses who may already have a small bond, right? They may have been able to qualify for a small amount of bond, but now they're ready to expand. They want to go after those double figure contracts. They want to prime those, right? Or even be a sub, but you need additional bond in order to compete and qualify. And so it's, how do I increase my bond? Again, it's tied very much to your financials, but what the bonding education program would do is take a look at where you are, your current bond, what that relationship has been like, and then understanding what is missing or what's needed for you to take that next step to increase your bond.